Okay, and welcome back. We're going to talk about relationships. But before we get started, if you hear anything that may resonate with you, please like and share. If you hear any truths that you can make applicable, please like and share. If you hear anything that you think someone else may need to hear, please like and share. Okay, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about relationships today, and we're going to talk about how those relationships have an impact not only on our today, but on our future. Okay? So, now I believe this to be a very important topic. For how we relate to one another is how we relate to God. And if you don't have a good relationship with people, then I know you don't have a good relationship with God. And same vice versa. If you don't have a good relationship with God, then I know you don't have a good relationship with people. We're going to look at three different aspects. We're going to look at three different relationship points as they pertain to how we should approach our future relationships for now on. So understand, first of all, I can't pour a gallon of water into a glass. So we're going to have to chop this up into segments. We're going to have to do part two, three, possibly part four of relationships. So please look forward to that. Don't forget, hit the notification bell. All right. So in Matthew 22:36, Matthew 22:36 says that the disciples were asking Jesus, which is the greatest commandment? And he replied, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. This is the first commandment. And the second is like the first. Love your neighbor like yourself. Wow, a lot of stuff there. Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Let's take the first and look at that. Love God as with all my heart, my soul, and my mind. So I love God a lot. And I love him as I relate to him, and I relate to him as I love him, one being the same. And, how you relate to God is only a question that you can answer, you know. But for me, me and God, we had this great relationships. We hang out together, we talk to one another, we watch TV together, we have one-on-one time with one another, listen to music, all kind of things we do. You know, I relate to God through my talents. I relate to God through my being, not through my doing. Let's see if you got that. I relate to God through my being, not through my doing. See, what did I do isn't how I relate to God. I do a lot of good things, I do a lot of bad things. A lot of things that are not righteous, not all the time. And I'm so glad that that doesn't determine my relationship with God. So I love God and I relate to Him through my being, not through my doing. I hope you guys got that. And if you didn't, leave a comment down below. We'll dig in some more into that later if you'd like to. Now, the question today is, how do you relate to the Lord? And you got to be honest with yourself if you're going to truly want to work on your relationships. And you're going to have to ask yourself the hard questions. Where am I at in my relationship with God? And why am I where I am with my relationship with God? Where do I want to be with my relationship with God? And why do I even want to be there? So, these are questions that, I definitely had to ask myself. And these are those hard questions that you need to ask yourself. And you just need to be honest about it because that's the only way you're going to be able to work on your relationship with God. So, next, we're going to talk about one of the hardest relationships, the relationship with myself. Because, see, as I relate to myself, it's how I relate to the world, you know. My relationship with myself is just an existential relationship of my relationship with God and my relationship with people. All these being one relationship with different people or different things, but all the same relationship. You got to get that, you know. So, how do I relate to myself? One thing I do is I fast from the world every day. It's called a world fast. I do it for an hour just about every day. Um, Sometimes longer. Sometimes it's good to me, and I catch myself overdoing it. But not it's never over fasting. There's no such thing as over fasting. But sometimes I get deep into my meditation, and you want to call it, some people call it meditation. I call it fasting from the world. So there's no books, there's no internet, no cell phone, no TV, no music, nobody else in the room. And if I fall asleep, it doesn't count. See, here's the thing. We ask people to be with us for a lifetime. And most of us can't even spend an hour alone with ourselves without being preoccupied by something else. You want me to take you out on a date, take you to the movies, take you out to dinner, and you don't even want to date you. When the last time you took you out on a date? When the last time you took you to the movies, bought yourself something to eat, bought you a nice outfit, and then went home and cuddled with yourself? Yeah, that's what I thought. Me, I do that a lot. I do it with my wife a lot too, but yeah, I like to hang out with me. See, one thing I found out in my quiet moments when I fast from the world is I fucks with me. I like me. I'm pretty fucking awesome. See, one of the things I know is I'm my new best friend. I've been knowing a lot of people for a long time. But one thing I have found out is that I am my new best friend. And um, I found out that, you know, I give myself the greatest advice. I never interrupt me when I'm talking to myself. When I never start arguing when I'm telling myself what to do. I ain't got no back talk. I get every word in edgewise. You know, I'm telling you, all in all, I like me. And these are the things that I've been finding out as I've been getting to hang out with me and learning the true me. Now let's look at the next relationship. Love your neighbor as yourself. Now, this is a hard one. Are you relationship worthy? What's your definition of a relationship? Do other people or the people that you're in relation or in as you relate to people, do they share the same definition of the relationship that you share? Or are you guys in two different relationships? They're in one idea of the relationship, you're in another idea of the relationship. Yeah, they coincide once in a while, but when they don't cross mix, when the relationship, when my idea of the relationship don't jumble with your idea of the relationship, now we have complications and we're fighting because we're in two separate relationships trying to bring you into my relationship, you trying to bring me into yours. And we're fighting because I don't want to be in your relationship and you don't want to be in mine. Get that. Y'all better get that. So, one of the things I had to figure out is, do you uh, pursue relationship of type, or do you pursue relationship of purpose? I'm going to say it again. Do you pursue relationships of type, or do you pursue relationships of purpose? Are you looking for a type of relation? Are you looking for a type of life? Or are you looking for a purposeful life? Are you looking for the man or the woman of your dreams? Or are you looking for the man or the woman God has put for you in your life for your purpose? Oh, but you got a type. So, we'll move on from there. See, too many of us are looking for the wrong thing, and we need to be searching for our purpose instead of looking for different types of relationship. And we should be looking for different purposeful relationship. Now let's be very clear. If you don't know who you are as you relate to other people, you rely on other people or other individuals to tell you who you are in the relationship. And when you can't live up to their expectations of you consistently, then they're disappointed. Key word being consistently. I'm going to say that one more time. When you can't live up to other people's expectations of you consistently, they become disappointed in you. Keyword being consistently. See, yeah, we may uh, live up to their expectations at some point, or we do at some point in time, because otherwise, why would they be with us? But when they start drawing these standards and we start trying to say, okay, I don't know who I am, and if this is your standard, I'll be your standard. But then when you can't consistently be their standard, then they have a problem. So we're going to sum this thing up. We're going to get this thing wrapped up. Just remember, guys, there will be a part 2 and a part 3 of this, and possibly even a part 4, depending on how you respond and comment to me and how you want more of this relationship thing. So in closing, don't forget, like, share if you heard anything that resonated with you, any truths that you can make applicable into your life or into someone else's life, or if you know anyone that needs to hear this, like, share, please hit the notification bell. Don't forget, and I'll see you guys in part 2, part 3, and possibly part 4. Don't forget to live life out loud with purpose. Thank you.